Hello, everyone. Welcome to Jobber Radio Prediction League Frontline. I am your co-host Scott, along with still the champ, because we'll get into that. But yes, still the world champion of the JRPL, BeerMeJesus, is with me once again, as always. How are you, champ?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself, Scott?
Doing pretty good. A little tired. We were just talking beforehand. Just tired. Got some vacation coming up, and we always date things. It's June 9th, and yeah, world's crazy. We'll leave it at that. But you're doing well. You're doing well. You didn't stress out too much over the weekend. I'm laughing. I know you did stress out over the weekend.
Yeah, just a little bit. A little bit.
So
Doing better now, though.
yeah, the JRPL TakeOver in Your House 2020 results, which you can see on the screen, they've gone up today. BeerMeJesus did not know if Orestella had cashed in or not until these went up earlier today. Nobody told him. Why would we? To be completely fair with you, BeerMe, I didn't find out until last night because I didn't know if there was a cash in or not. So yeah. So how this works for everybody, we'll remind you all over once again. This is jobberradio.com, JRPL official on YouTube and Twitter. It is a prediction league with character and story. So yes, you see NXT Women's Championship triple threat match, but then the banner has like Kenny Omega and Luke Harper, Brody Lee stuff. It's our characters. BeerMeJesus has a Razor Ramon thing. I've got a Bret Hart thing. It's his character, and then after 3 years, they're their own things. So that's what the results are. That's why it's not just a matter of who got the higher points. It's a case of, is someone cashing in money in the bank on the world champion? Who won in this feud? Who won in that feud? Etc. So for more, please go to the website, check all that stuff out. I do have the results here. We are going to go through them briefly. I've literally just read them when I got home from work today, aside from the ones that I wrote. So it's very fresh in my mind. Did you read through these results yet, BeerMe?
Indeed, I did.
And of course, the champion is scouting his potential opponents. If you watched
Whoever
last week,
he or she may be.
yeah, if you watched last week, he's like, I don't know who it could be. What did you think before we really dive deep in here? What did you think overall of Takeover? Because I'm always biased. I write parts of it, so I'm like, I loved it. But
I really liked it. There's a lot of potential, well, not potential feuds, but some feuds that are still escalating, and we got the King of the Ring stuff. We got a promising tag team that won. We got some good stuff in there. Some really good stuff.
well, that's a good stuff.
And that Nightmare at the Museum match, great, just excellent.
You liked it? Okay.
Yeah.
I think that was GMSG's idea or CT's idea. I honestly, whenever I get in the middle of it on camera, I forget the actual specifics. I'm like, I think it was one of these guys. I think it was GMSG because he thought of that specifically for that as like a thematic thing with the name. That's right, it was because of Renaissance. So a museum, right? And I'll write it. They're like, well, of course you will. Okay. And I just went nuts with it. We'll get there. We'll get there. Let's work our way through the event here. We've got at the top. We'll go through the write-up stuff, but we'll look at the points and go through it as we go. Hardcore Nightmare at the Museum match. It is the Ultraviolent Championship. Broken Nerd reclaimed his crown, defeating Hiro Shinmoses. 24-11. In a hardcore match, there's negative points for everything you get wrong, so that's a pretty good score considering you look at the next match where Captain Charisma also got 24 in his Road Warrior title. 24 is a good score overall anyway, let alone in a hardcore match. So he did quite well there. I don't think either of us were too surprised by Nerd winning when you really look at it the way we talked about it, but I mean, yeah, the Nightmare at the Museum, it's a cinematic match. If you want to see WrestleMania and the soundstage in a cage for what kind of stuff that is that we do, it was a house set in a Hell in a Cell. This is along the same lines of the, I don't want to say ridiculous, but I really do, because it was just all out. Literally fighting in a museum, and yes, I did look up on Orlando Museum, and yes, I looked up a map to make sure I got stuff right, because I'm that kind of guy for detail and stuff like that. But went through and literally tried to structure it as if there was an art exhibit for professional wrestling in JRPL when it happened to be the 2000th match. And then I ripped off everything from Predator and Jurassic Park and stuff for moments and scenes and Total Recall and that, and callbacks from prior ones where you get stabbed with a knife, but it's something else, and yeah.
Also, lots of JRPL like items in there too.
That was probably the most fun part, but I needed help. Then I went quick. I need a weapon, and they started rattling them off. So I went, okay, all of them. It was like a display case, display cases and stuff, right? Celebrating the 1000th match,
Yeah.
different artifacts, weapons. Because that was a fun bit from the Money in the Bank, where it was the corporate stuff in the corporate vault. So I had that similar thing here, but no cameos. That was the other thing I didn't know who to really put in there. I didn't want to have all
Right.
the Renaissance show up because I didn't want someone to beat down all 5. That wouldn't really work. And yes, I did look up a painting that had 5 people for the Renaissance one that I referenced. It's I did my research, but I had fun with it, and I literally told Nerd I say he is the king of the cinematic matches now. He's the uncrowned or the undisputed champion of that because he's won those 2
Yeah.
now. So
There's no disagreeing with that.
yep, you put him in that situation, he will win. So he is a Terminator.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's Terminator.
Yeah, exactly. But that was the only title change we did have because the Road Warrior Championship did not change. Captain Charisma turned back the Green Machine. I think both of us were surprised by that, but
Yeah.
what we see with this Road Warrior title, we even talked about it in some of the booking stuff last night, is when you get a champion that you think should hold it for a while, they normally don't. And you get someone that kind of just gets in there like, oh man, he got the belt. They hold it for a while.
Yeah, like Kay Gailey. He won
Exactly.
it. He went on like a big streak with it, and everybody's like, "Oh, he'll lose the next show or whatever." And he went on to win like 5 shows in a row.
Exactly. It is the hardest title to keep hold of because you defend it all the time. Like, whoever has it coming up into the next one, you got to defend it at Backlash, and then you got to defend it at Slammiversary, and Extreme Rules the day after. And you won't even know who that contender might even be. Like, it's ridiculous, but fun. That's part of the joy of it. So, but you mentioned the King of the Ring. Let's talk about that briefly here because we've got. I'll work my way up from the list. We've got Redhead did return. She came out during 3J and Wookiee because they were battling. She did return. She is medically cleared to an extent, but got the win.
Right.
She came out there and actually got. She got this. She turned back 3J. But more importantly, Wookiee, I think, is the big story. And Wookiee did the worst in this match, technically. So,
Yeah.
3J got his ass beat with a steering wheel, but, I mean, it's Redhead. What are you going to do?
It's true.
But not for nothing, that is a very strong showing from the Top Lock champion in a non-title setting against 2 that I would not have any problem with being contenders. And she turned them both back.
Yeah,
So,
I'd say so.
yeah. A Bastion did defeat Tino as well. That was my pick. I forget if you picked him as well. I think you did.
Yeah, I did too. Yep.
But that now means Bastion, the person that Redhead took the title from, technically in the chamber, the reign that ended, that is, faces her one-on-one in the 3rd round this Sunday.
That's dope. That's a good story.
That's so good. That just happens to be what it is. So, yeah, that's awesome. Speaking of things that are awesome, the GMSG is, he has the Miz, and he's awesome, and he beat me by a point.
He's rolling on to the next round.
He is. That one, Jim, he showed me a graphic, and it literally was back and forth all night. If I picked Io, I wouldn't have won because I wouldn't have put as many points on her. If I went with Balor versus Priest, like I thought would be the second match, I would have gotten that bonus question along with him, which means I would have gotten 2 more points, which means I would have beat him by a point.
You know what's crazy about all those scores tonight? You scored one of the highest on the show, but yet came up short. Like that's just.
I think I think we literally had 1 and 2, or no, you had 28 as well. So we were like those scores were among the highest ones.
Besides Renaissance, or their tag team, I think you guys scored like it was insane.
Well, dude, there was like the Enigmas got 32, AOA got 33. I'm 5 off that. It hurts because I think when CT was looking at it with the scores, Jonathan CT Martin, one of the booking team, he commented that I would have beaten damn near anybody else that night because of the score.
Yeah.
He's like, man, you beat almost everybody except he beat you by a point. And if it was flipped, if Charlotte won that match, I would have won by a point.
Yeah.
If
you would have faced anybody else in that King of the Ring, you would have won.
Yeah.
It just happened to be against GMSG.
And it hurt. It hurt real bad. But I always say, as disheartening as it is, it's perfect for story because I kind of was able to invigorate another mini feud. Like, it's all about pride. I have to beat him. Just like I have to beat you, and you guys are a tag team, the Must See Good guys. So there's a matter of pride there. And what I was able to do, with this being our 9th match, but at least as competitors, we were also Survivor Series teammates once, so we've been in 10 technically, but 9 as opponents. I've never beaten them once in any of those situations. I was able to work encounter, like, because we've had matches before where I'll go for a move, he'll counter it, and then I'll capture it. Mm-hmm. We were able to keep going, so much so that I went for a small package. I had him reverse that to a backslide. It's like, oh, counter on counter, because it kind of ties in with how the match was. It sucked. It really, really sucked, that moment. It hurt. But we were able to move from there and plot some stuff and go forward because it's a matter of respect now. Which is weird for a heel like mine, but I've never really been a cowardly heel except against Bomber, who's like the ultra violent. But if it's just a matter of like wrestler on wrestler, I'm not cowardly in that sense. It's 3 years of character will do that. So speaking of Bomber and speaking of not cowardly, Bomber and Spring Tigress. We should rewind a little bit because there was footage earlier in the night recorded. I think it was June 3rd. It said. Inside Bomber's house, and there was some K-pop music playing, and Jut revealed he's there, which is not cool. And then Kyoko came out of the shower with a towel, and it's like, what? And he kept filming it, and she hugged Bomber, and they're a couple, and Jut was happy about that. After his match with Tigress. Now, we'll talk about this, because Tigress and Bomber had also a very close match, 2 points. I believe at one point, if it was either going to be, we knew score-wise, either Bomber and GMSG would advance, or Tigress and myself would advance. Like, it was either or. It was ridiculous. But Bomber did advance. He went after the neck, because he's kind of... Bastion's the one who did the real damage initially, but his dirty deeds has really jacked her neck a lot. So she's able to overcome that somewhat, still gets caught, still gets beat. And then we cut live into Bomber's house again. And well, thankfully Kyoko was on the card, so she wasn't at home.
Got a little weird.
Yeah. It got a little weird. He went through, he smashed a lot of stuff, he broke a lot of stuff, he flipped over the bed, started like taking underwear stuff.
Yeah.
It was messed up. Yeah. I'm reading it thinking like, man, if anything could make my character turn face, it's that, because I'm going through that with Red. And the thing I forgot to mention actually with after my match is we saw that car again having its engine, and it tossed out GMSG stuff, so he was framed completely in that moment and drive away. So I have no lead. I lost the match. I lost my spot in the tournament, my shot at the title, and the lead at whoever went after Red. Sure, she's recovered, but now what?
Now you're back at square one.
Yeah. Which is, it's good, but it's hard. It's hard to tell that story as the heel. It's a fine line to write it, but that's why I just like literally cheap shot GMSG and be a dick to Spring Tigress. You know, it's easy when you got good faces to work against.
It's true.
But Bomber advanced. So what we have in the King of the Ring tournament, and I do have the graphic here, is we have Bomber and the GMSG this Sunday. And we have Bastion and Redhead this Sunday.
There's a lot of history between those matchups, because even Bomber and GMSG have faced over the Road Warrior title, I think, a couple times.
They did, yeah. They've got history too, but it's been a while. I think that's the main part of it.
Yeah.
But I mean, what we're looking at now, we could literally have Bomber and Bastion in the final, and they're not angry at each other. They're still like UVC and everything but name. So
yeah,
that's interesting. We could have Bomber and Red. We've had issues Infinity and UVC, so there's no love lost there. We could have GMSG in red, which I don't know if they've actually feuded directly. That's me not knowing history as much as I probably should, but I know there's been run-ins with Infinity and HMF. But I don't know about a one-on-one.
I can't really think right now.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
There usually is when I say stuff like that, because we talked about how Green Machine never had a title. He actually did way back when. He was Ultra Violent champion.
He did.
Like 2 years ago. So
And
I
he
forget
said it's
stuff.
going to be the season of Green, so
We'll see.
hopefully that'll happen.
He called out the Midnight Rider.
Oh yeah, that's good.
So like you don't call him out. He calls you out. So that's going to be very
Right.
I like that a lot. That's really good. But yeah, we also could though have GMSG and Bastion, which again I have gaps in what I remember specifically. Admittedly, when it wasn't me writing it, I don't remember a lot of detail. But that's a good potential one too, right? Like,
Yeah, what's crazy is their records are the same, except GMSG has 5 more ties.
yeah,
So I kind of hope they do get to the finals. That way, one of them breaks this tie. I don't know, unless they just tie again, then they just have the same
exactly.
record. But
And also, oh yeah, the final is going to be at Extreme Rules. I did say last time that it wasn't. I was wrong because it is. We hadn't updated the page yet with that. That's why I said it wasn't going to be there. It is going to be at Extreme Rules. For the record, we also have Slammiversary. We literally found out like an hour after we recorded this last week. So,
dope.
well, we already mentioned obviously, but that's happening too. And BeerMe and I love Slammiversary. It's Impact, yeah. We're actually missing Impact right now on Twitch with Elgin, Shamrock, and Callahan in a triple threat. I got to watch that later. That sounds so good.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, back over to our results. Let's keep going. Oh, look, BeerMeJesus beat the Dark Rider by 2 points.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And before that, though, Jay Dionio beat Orestella by 2 points.
He did.
And then, after BeerMe's match, there was like 8 different songs that played, because there was Mind Games.
Right.
Mind Games played by somebody. We literally had mine. We had Orestella, of course. The
JJ
Warden,
Rocky.
JJ Rocky. We had the Warden, which was my favorite. That was like I could see like the reaction with that. Like, oh god. It just escalated perfectly. So
it did.
It was so good, but he did not cash in.
He did not.
So it's not just a matter. He would have won. We looked at the points. Yeah, if Orestella did cash in, he would have gotten 10 more because you can look and see 28 to 23. That would have been 33.
Yeah.
And there you go, new champ. But he didn't. And the thing is, he's still out there with the case.
I think he's playing it smart with all this King of the Ring stuff going on. He's going to wait.
I like that he didn't do it yet.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's going to be... I mean, he might not even want to cash in on you.
Yeah.
He has a year. Yeah, we do the same thing. He has a year. So he might wait till someone else gets involved and take it there, or wait for like some kind of multi-man match or a Survivor Series or something and cash in there when you least expect it. Could be interesting.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, so BeerMeJesus wins the non-title match. Red won the non-title. The Road Warrior champion retained. Broken Nerd won his belt back. We look down here. We have 2 more interesting ones, because LND beat Age of Annihilation. They are the number 1 contender, so they're going strong. And the Simple Creatures, the champions, also won. Non-title, but they won as well against Cade Gailey and Randy the Fiend Orton. And looking at those scores, 46 and 41, those are both good tag scores. Nothing like Renaissance.
I want to
get
say
that there, but
the Creatures clean swept again. I could be wrong.
They did.
I want to say all 4 of them won again. Yeah.
All Creatures did win.
On a roll.
It's, yeah. So does that mean they're going to go in against LND and retain? That's coming up.
LND's got to deal with AOA. I mean, I will get to that later, but you just never know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we can talk about that right now. Ash and Hawk went to a no contest.
It did, yeah.
And that's leading toward, forgive me, I think it's Hawk and Jace. Or is it Ash and Jace with Hawk as the ref?
It's Ash and Jace.
Oh, God. I'm bad at that. Thank you. You keep me straight with those.
Yeah.
But exactly. That's, like, what? So they're not messing around with that. They're making it happen, and they're forcing him into these positions. So it's really interesting to see what's happening with that, definitely. You did mention the Creatures. LJ and JJ Rocky did defeat Forever Killin' 52 to 32. LJ is no joke, and JJ Rocky, good lord.
Dude's been on a roll since the guy here.
They would have beaten any other team. They would have beaten the Creatures with their 46. They would have dethroned the tag champs if that was a tag title match between them on this show. They would have they wouldn't have beaten Renaissance because, good lord, Cassius and Nathan beat the Enigmas 62-32.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I think they should get the winner of the next whoever's the champ after Backlash. I think they deserve a shot. They've been on a roll. I think they've won a couple in a row.
They have. Renaissance is definitely doing very good work right now. It's Renaissance, the Creatures, AOA. Everybody's kind of doing things. I know even CT in the write-up, he was like, the Enigmas are back because they lost. It's like, no.
Yeah.
No, but I mean,
right.
that's the turnaround story because they turned it around before, and they definitely will again. So it's a matter of time, I think.
Yeah.
Rounding out these, we've got Luke Gray defeating CM Carlito, 23-20. That's a big win for Luke. Carlito might not have the same kind of superstar A-level list, but he's always there, always on, so that's a good win. Then again, those scores aren't great. 23-20, not hot. Like, against most others, either would have lost. So, not to knock them, but, hey, the right place, right time, you get that win. So
It's true.
Krimador did defeat Gotenaku 20-23. Cam Popplestone rebounded over Midnight Rider, so I beat Cam, but Cam beat Lee 26-22. Buck defeated Tom 23-20. Again, lower scores, but Tom's going to face Payne coming up in a contendership match, right? So Buck beating Tom is definitely making noise.
I think in the last two bouts, Bucks beat Tom, and then last time Buck beat Hero.
Yes.
So
Buck beat Hero, I beat Hero, Super Hippo beat Hero, so there's a lot of people making claims. And then Hero lost his belt, so it's like, now what?
Right.
So, closing through here, we have the Finn defeating Vitamin Yes and Alpha Dog in a triple threat, 24-22-20. Payne beat Kyoko. So, yeah, Kyoko's there, but she did lose to Payne. Again, Payne's in a contendership match, so that's not a bad thing. That's kind of expected a little bit. RGX beat newcomer House. Alaska Brown beat Daddy Fatsack. We have two newcomers. I'll say them last. We have Super Hippo defeating Fart Bucket, as he should. But we have Fat Bastard champ Alex Foster. Yes, that's his name. And Nate Sniper going to a no contest in what was almost match of the night. Oh, I think I might have lost you there.
Oh, no, if you're good now.
We're good, we're good.
Sorry.
I'm not cutting that. We're live.
Yep.
But I was saying, Fat Bastard champ Alex Foster and Nate Sniper, no contest. Two newcomers almost got match of the night.
Yeah.
It went to GMSG and I, so hey, at least I got that, my third one. But yeah,
I think it was by like, what, a half a point?
Yeah,
something like that?
It was. Yeah, it was real close.
Yeah.
But it was cool in the write-up because they kind of brawled with each other and got to the other side with a double count out, and they were like, all right, that was cool. Like it was kind of like okay, this is interesting. These two newcomers are good to go. And if it's like stuff like JJ Rocky or LJ before him, these guys keep an eye on them. They're going to be problems for a lot of people. So, things to note: there were 38 maximum points you could get on this. Super Hippo did have duplicating confidence points, affected his scores. How that does work: say you put 4 points on something and something else, whichever one happens first, that's the one that matters. Points or no if you lose and get it wrong. The other one, the 4 is gone, and you get 0 for that, even if you got it right. So, he still beat Fart Bucket. Like, could you imagine if he didn't?
Oh, God, right?
Yeah. So, he still got it. It was good. Newcomer, the corrector, Benjamin Key, had too many duplicating confidence points. We tried to contact him on Twitter. If you are watching, dude, try again. We threw out your points because you just lost. Like, we don't want you to start you that way. We want you to do it right. So, please come back in a week. Put your picks in. You're more than welcome to get in there. Hopefully this has helped you understand what that is. There's videos on the site as well. Please come back and let's have some fun with it. So, yeah. So, BeerMe, what did you think of TakeOver in your house? Do you have any comments or any kind of review to say of it? Or
no, like I said, I just thought it was really good, and like I said, we got a lot of good feuds building and coming out of this, good stories. So
we've got everything from Judd attacking Bomber's home. We've got my hatred of GMSG, which isn't new, but losing my lead. We've got you
Luke.
having no idea who your challenger is.
It's true. And also Luke costing Tino his match.
Yes. Which is big, because Tino, that's King of the Ring. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
That's going
And obviously Nerd winning. Congrats to him.
And Nerd winning, of course, yes. Full disclosure, Broken Nerd, if you're watching, I was going to have you get back onto your bike and drive away, because that was cool in the last time. But I wanted to have the banner fall like in Jurassic Park, and that's the final visual, so I thought that would be cool. He seemed to agree. He said it was awesome, so yeah. But yeah, that is the King of the Ring tournament. Round 2 over. Round 3's this weekend. And here we have Backlash with the greatest match ever, which will not be Bomber and I. We were hoping for that, but nope, because we were going to make it literally Edge and Orton with a one-on-one match, not hardcore. We wanted it so bad. Backlash is this Sunday, everybody. Do put your picks in. The page is going up after SmackDown on Friday night, I've confirmed. And your deadline will be 1 hour before the kickoff, which is going to be an hour. So the pay-per-view is at 8, kickoff's at 7, your deadline's 6. I believe I should clarify that. I believe the pay-per-view is actually at 7, so kickoff is at 6, deadline's 5. I was just throwing an example, but I was within an hour. Deadline's basically 5 p.m. on Sunday. So, what do we have for our matches? Right now, we have BeerMeJesus defending against an opponent to be revealed on Frontline. We'll come back to that. I'm going to make him wait. We have the Tag Team Championship. Do you want to find out right now? Do you want that to be the first match we do, or do you want to wait?
No, let's save that till the end.
I've got 5 matches to announce, and yours is one of them. So
it's the main event. It can wait till last.
Okay. Well, let's scroll down then. I'll work from the bottom up. We've got the Green Machine versus the Midnight Rider. That is on the kickoff show. We've got Vitamin Yes. I like that a lot. I love him calling him out. You make a name by doing that. That's good. We've got Vitamin Yes versus the Urban Legend. So the man who threw the other man off the roof, 1-on-1.
Ooh. Yeah, I like that too. Vitamin needs a win. He's on a little bit of a skid lately.
Yep.
A little bit of a skid.
We have Hiroshin Moses and CM Carlito against Luke Gray and Super Hippo.
Oh.
Yeah.
I know that. That's interesting.
That's going to be chaotic.
yeah, it is.
Just with
good
stuff
though.
with Carlito and Hippo, and then you put in Hero and Luke. Oh, that's going to be really good. Yeah. We have some blank spots. We'll get to that. We have Ash versus Jaceville in 13. Special guest referee is Hawk.
Dope. Like that a lot.
We have the top block contendership match, Payne versus Tom. Let's announce something right now. We are adding Buck N5 to this match.
Oh, all right.
Yes.
All right.
Buck earned it.
I like that.
Buck earned it.
Yeah.
Beat Tom. Okay.
Beat Tom.
You know what? Let's go. So the top block contendership will now be Payne versus Tom versus Buck N5. Winner faces, I believe, Redhead at Extreme Rules. I don't know if there's a stipulation for that yet. Honestly, we're going to save that till the next week's anyway, because we've got a month until Extreme Rules. But the winner of that match this Sunday will face Redhead. Even if she's in the tournament, double duty.
Double duty, yep.
Yeah.
All right.
So you're happy about that one with Buck?
Yeah, I really like that.
I like it.
Yeah, I think he's earned it.
We've got Captain Charisma versus LJ for the Road Warrior title. Cap's been turning back all these defenders, but here comes LJ. This is a problem. Yeah.
I mean, he's a creature. Can't really go against him, right?
No.
But Cap's on a roll, but I mean, we'll see.
Yeah. We've talked about all these. We've got Bastion versus Red, we've got Bomber versus GMSG, and we've got Creatures versus LND for the tag titles. And then the main event. So, let's fill in some gaps. What do you say?
Yeah.
We have the Eloquent Enigmas versus the Regulators, 3J Platinum and Go Tanaku.
All right.
That's going to be on the kickoff. And we also have Renaissance versus Randy and Cade Gailey, also on the kickoff.
All right.
So we've got some interesting stuff there.
Good tag matches.
Yeah. We have some fallout from the King of the Ring tournament, because we have, like we said, we have Bomber advancing and GMSG advancing. Scott and Tigris didn't advance. So yes, we're going one-on-one. I faced Ring Tigris one-on-one, the person who took the Road Warrior title from me after 5 days last year. It's a worrisome match because Tigris is really goddamn good.
Yeah, that ain't no lie.
Yeah. But storyline wise, I can tell you I've pretty much got it all mapped out already. Because it works, because I had the issue with her in this write-up with GMSG and stuff going on there, so it just chains nicely. It's a natural fit. We both roll out of that, so it makes sense to have us face each other. So that's going to be fun. And it's fun, because Tigris and I have a lot of respect when we were faces. It's gone now. I'm a dirty, dastardly heel, so... You know, I'm gonna go after her neck. My finisher is the cross swords. That's going after the back of the neck. So this is gonna be a problem for her. But then again, I think I've beaten her once out of 9 tries, or 8 tries or something. So my record with AHMF is very bad.
Yeah, it's not good. Not good.
No, but if I'm beating people I'm supposed to beat, I mean, I almost beat GMSG. It was that close.
Good.
So I could do it. I could turn this one around, right?
I mean, if you were facing Tigris in your house, you would have won. So
that's true. That's true. I gotta know, who you picking, me or her?
Oh God.
Yeah, thanks. That answers it right there. Because I'm not confident.
I know.
I'm not
so
confident
hard.
either. But it's same with GMSG. If not for one bonus, I would have had it. Right?
You could flip a coin and just call it, because
Yeah.
like you're on a roll. Like, even though you lost to GMSG, like, you've just been going through and beating everybody that you're not supposed to, and now you're proved that you are there beating everybody, and you only lose to GMSG by a point. I mean, that's damn good.
And the story with that too is he knows me that well after having that many matches and beating me that many times. He knows how to do it and how to counter my counter. So if anybody could get out of it, it's him. So yeah, but Tigris is his partner, so
I mean, Tigris just beat me, so I mean, if that tells you anything,
exactly.
you know.
So, what that leaves us with is the main event. So, BeerMeJesus, your opponent, he legitimately does not know who this is, and he hasn't known, and I've been teasing him for 2 weeks. Your opponent is now on the screen. He can't see it, but anybody watching is probably going to be
I cannot.
interested and know. BeerMeJesus, you are facing someone who is basically undefeated. You are defending against JJ Rocky.
Oh boy. Oh, that's excellent.
What did you say about not betting against creatures?
Yeah. Well, I guess I guess I'm gonna have to take. I guess I'm gonna have to take a flyer on myself in that one.
Now, JJ Rocky, he debuted and he beat LJ by a point. He beat Forever Killin in a tag match. He went to a no contest with Buck and then beat Buck. He beat Vitamin Yes. He did lose in the Road Warrior Championship match, but that was a 6-way ladder match. He wasn't pinned or submitted. He didn't win, yeah, but you know what I mean? He beat Randy the Fiend Orton. I think he squashed him, and then he submitted JD Onio, and then he won this tag match as well. So this man has never been beaten. He's never been pinned. He's never submitted. And he won a submission match. And he is your contender for the JRPL World Championship this Sunday.
Oh man, that's great. Just fantastic.
Now, legitimately, I love it. Because it's like almost like a Goldberg situation. It's like, I even put when he beat Orestella, it's like, or not Orestella, JD is like, who can stop him? Yeah, nobody. And here he comes. Like, you've got this wrecking machine on a meteoric rise. We've seen this before, where it's like, man, if this guy keeps stringing wins like that matter, we'll give him a shot. Yeah, there's nobody else that clearly deserving right now. And even though he's had less than 10 matches, I have no problem with this man challenging for your gold.
None. He's earned it.
No one's beaten him. No one's been able to do it. So how are you
So
going to do it?
you're telling me I have to beat an unbeatable man, and I have to watch out for a guy with a briefcase.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be
Man,
amazing if he beat you to take the title and then Orestella cashed in and took it from him? That's like JD and the Finn all over again, right? Like it's
Yeah.
But imagine if you retained and then Orestella managed to do it. Like, oh, you did the unthinkable. Oh no, not now. Like it's.
What if I retained even after he cashed in though?
So if you retain, then he cashes in. Yeah, he can do that.
Yeah, and then I beat him.
Oh, then you're good.
Well, I mean, that won't happen, but I'm just saying.
You never know. But yeah. So JJ Rocky of the Creatures is going after your gold, and LND is challenging the Creatures who have gold. So, what was that about the Creatures getting all the gold? What did you say about that?
Yeah, it might. I mean, hopefully not now. It won't happen, but
yeah, it's up to you.
I mean, I'm gonna wish him good luck, but apparently he doesn't need luck. He's just rolling through everybody. So
yeah,
that's a heavyweight bout right there.
Yeah. Now, when you were talking about different names and possibilities and stuff, because you were like maybe me, maybe Tigress, maybe this, like Bomber, GMSG, if they don't advance stuff like that, you never really mentioned JJ. I think because
you know what, I didn't know where everybody was putting him yet.
Yeah.
Because he was getting some big wins. Because I honestly thought, it was going to be like, well, maybe I'll get a shot at Tom. And then Tom ended up getting a top block title shot. So I'm like, well, who the hell am I facing? But yeah, so I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
Man, that's going to be tough. It's going to be real tough. But I'm excited.
Now, you were so pumped for that submission match with JJ and JD.
I was.
And he won it.
I know.
Let's go a little bit kayfabe and story wise here. Like the flip side of things, do you think you'd be the one to submit him? Like could that be your avenue in? I mean, he won a submission match against JD Onio. That's no small feat.
He did.
So he's good at it too.
Yeah, that would be a good match if it was a submission match.
Yeah, it is a normal one-on-one. I mean, it is at Extreme Rules, but I believe it is still just a one-on-one. Let me load the page back up. It says just no Backlash. Sorry, Extreme Rules is the next one. Oh, that would have been amazing if it was a submission match with you two.
Yeah, that would have been pretty good.
We'll see what happens. But
maybe I'll be able to pick him up in the Raver's Edge. Maybe I won't.
Ooh, that's
tough.
Now I had you using the sharpshooter before. You could get that on him, but
it's true.
Like his finisher is the 5-star frog splash.
Oh, I don't want to get hit by that. That's Keith Lee.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Oh God, can't get enough of that.
You'd be dead.
Man. Yeah, I don't know. Hell, who knows? Maybe me and him, neither one of us might not win, and Orestella cash in.
Oh God. Well, as much as I want to keep dragging this out and just listen to you like react to it, we should probably call it there. Let you prepare for your match this Sunday.
Right.
But do you have what? I mean, I keep wanting to say like, oh, so any other reaction to it? Legitimately, to take a step out from it, what do you think about JJ coming at you?
Oh,
like you're a JJ fan, so this is cool, right?
Yeah. Well, it is.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see what he's really got. You know.
Ooh, I like that.
He's beating everybody, but it's easy to beat everybody until you go after the champ.
Ooh, very true, very true. So you won the title at TLC, right?
Yes.
He debuted after that at the Royal Rumble.
Oh, he did.
You've literally been champion longer than he's been in the JRPL.
Wow. Yeah.
And here he comes.
It's crazy.
Here he comes. That meteoric of a rise.
I like it.
It's awesome. I love it. It's because you look at his record, you're like, yep, all right. Like there's former champions all over the place. He beat JD Onio, former world champion. He put him in a submission match.
Yep.
And beat him.
Yeah.
He beat Vitamin Yes, who we said was a threat Money in the Bank time frame. He beat Buck, multiple time champion. LJ, who that was his debut. He beat him. So it's like,
Oh God.
yeah, and that was 57 to
Yeah.
56 in his debut match, and then Takeover was a tag match. They got 58. So on his own, he got 57 points at the Rumble. At Takeover, he teamed with someone to get 58. Like, I know the Rumble had a lot, but holy crap.
Who do you think's gonna win that match, Scott?
I think you got this. But good lord.
Yeah.
Like, it's almost like why would you bet against him? Why would you?
Yeah.
But he's facing you. I can't bet against you on that one. I see you taking it. I see you taking it. But I would not be surprised if he won that gold on Sunday.
Might be match of the night Sunday. Might be.
Ooh, could be. Could it be the greatest match ever? Could it be the greatest wrestling match ever?
I guess we'll have to stick around and find out.
Oh my
Till
god.
next week.
That's the way to do it. So, we will leave you with that. Thank you, everybody, for joining us on this episode of Frontline, where I got to torture BeerMe for the last 5-10 minutes. Always check it out. Like I said, JRPL Official, JabberRadio.com, all that fun stuff there. But also, I have to say it again, BeerMe. Next week, I might not get to introduce you as champ.
It's true.
And as long as there's a Money in the Bank holder, that's always a thing. But yeah, I don't know if this is your toughest test, but I like the fact that it's almost like he's so much of a rookie, we don't know what he's really capable of. Like, how do you prepare for that? You know?
Yeah.
Rookie of the year, obviously, if he wins. Like, I think he already is.
Oh God.
Like,
yeah,
he already
definitely.
is Rookie of the Year. But he could get Rookie of the Year and Superstar of the Year in the same year.
Oh, how crazy would that be?
Yeah. Like, remember when I said, oh man, I'm going to have to deal with JJ Rocky? No, he jumped.
Yeah,
he obliterated his way past. And now people are going to be chasing him.
Yeah.
Not even if he wins the title, but just he's that level now. So. Yeah, so champ, good luck. We will see you next
Thanks,
week.
Scott.
Hopefully you are still the champ. Maybe not. We'll find out. Yeah, it's going to be a fun one. It's going to be a very fun one. Everybody put your picks in for Sunday. It is going to be a deadline of 5 p.m. Eastern. Get involved in this stuff because you can see JJ did it in 6 months. He's going for the world title with BeerMe. You can do it too. Just if you win like that. So that's what matters,
It's true.
Of course. Yes. But yeah, good luck everybody. BeerMe, I think we'll take it on out. Thanks again.